guys, how's it going? This is Christopher John Hill. I'm just here with another Guild Wars 2 video. And today we're going to be doing gold farming hotspots, new ones, and of course, gold farming routes. And today I decided to introduce it by doing a little bit of dancing with the joiners. Hope you like that, it's really cute. And without further ado, let's get underway. Okay guys, here we are on the map we need to be on. This is, of course, the Drizzlewood Coast, and this is the final map for the Icebrood Saga. And on this map I was quite surprised when I came across some new resources, some nodes more or less, which I think you guys are going to be very happy with once you see where they are and exactly what they are. And to get onto this map, you essentially have to go through the living storyline, which is the Icebrood Saga, the Norquarter episode number 3. So once you do this, you'll end up on this map. And now I'm going to take you straight to where you need to go in order to start collecting these valuable resources. So let me just show you the path and where we're going to be going on the map first, and then I will take you there so you can see exactly the route that I'm going to take. There is one waypoint on the map. It's at the middle left-hand side of the map. And just below that is where we're going to be going, which is this spot right here. So let me just try to show you the quickest route which I have found in order to get there. So away we go. And I find the roller beetle works best so long as you can control it. If you run into a tree like I just did, not a good thing, but it's okay. We're on our way again. And for anyone that doesn't know, this map has a lot of resources on it, a lot of things to explore, and a lot of things to mine and grab. But we are after one thing in particular, which I will show you in just a moment. There's several different ways to get to this location. I just prefer to use the roller beetle as long as I can. It tends to go the quickest. Of course, you always come to a dead end in the end. And when you're flying around, you have to be careful that you don't run into snipers, because they may take you out of the air. But generally speaking, it's pretty safe overall. It's not too bad at all. You're going to be pretty good, generally speaking. So once you get up to the location, you're going to find some very good resources indeed, which you guys are going to love. For this, I actually showed you another map, which was the Bajora Marches. But on this one, you have so much more. So let's put our item booster on. And of course, we have our Consortium Harvesting Sickle with the Glypha Bounty on it. So let's go ahead and start farming this, just to show you how much stuff you can get. There's always going to be snipers down there having pot shots at you, but that's nothing that's too serious. You can just shrug it off and keep going. They're not really going to bother you too much once you've got your characters up here. And once you do, you can collect all these valuable resources, especially the verdant herbs, which of course gives you the seeds. And there's 4 of them. They're always here, and they're here every single day. So if you guys have a lot of characters you want to park to collect these resources, plus all these other ones nearby it, this is definitely the place to go. You also have a ton of chests nearby, of course, as well as the waypoint itself. So it's just a question of what you guys want to collect. So if you want to just go after the seeds, that's fine, that's up to you. But you don't have to just go after that alone. There's going to be some other things which I'm also going to show you in just a moment. I'm just going down here just to show you roughly where the waypoint is and what's available once you get to this location. So as you go through these caves, it's pretty safe. It's nothing really too dangerous down here whatsoever. And there will be a merchant on the left-hand side, which will give you, of course, the portal scroll, which you can use to bring all of your characters to this map. So I'm going to get that right now, but I haven't got it yet. There we go, purchased it. Alrighty, so now that I've shown you this, let's now head back outside once more, and I will show you what else you can actually collect on this map. As you can see below me, there is some seaweed, small patches of it. There's also some chests up above, along the tops there. That's up to you guys whether or not you want to grab that. And the place that we're going to be heading to is under this bridge, which is called Wolf's Crossing. And there is a very important reason for that. You can grab all these resources that we're going past right now, lots of seaweed. But if you don't have the patience to go around and grab every single one of those, then I would recommend coming straight to this bridge, because underneath it you're going to find a lot of seaweed and coral, which is usually clumped up together on this side of it. Sometimes they're not, and sometimes they are, but when they are, it's definitely worth coming here indeed. The seaweed itself is worth, I think, around 1 silver each, if not more. And the other resources include coral and sometimes other things like mithril, for example. So now that we've finished here, I'm going to show you guys the next spot, which is going to be further down the bottom of the map, which of course is in this bay right here called Port Cascadia. So we're going to head there now. Okay guys, here we are. We're at the location. And as you can see, all around me, there's a ton more resources you can grab down here. Of course, there's going to be a few sharks chasing after you, but that's nothing you can't handle, I'm sure. As long as you keep swimming, you'll have no problems whatsoever. So you can collect basically a whole node of clams down here. They're very tightly clumped together, and if you grab them, you can make some extra loot along the way, which will give you a little bit more money. And every time I've come to this section on the map, they've always been pretty near each other, not bad at all. So this is just another spot you can go to if you want to grab more of the resources on the map itself. And I will move on to the next spot now. And here you go guys, here's another spot you can come to on this map. There's even more resources here, and there's even more nearby this, which I'll show you in just a second. So we're basically above the Pet Raj Overlook, which is just above the Great Tree Hamlet point of interest. And of course this is really close to the waypoint down the bottom middle of the map. So once you've collected these, there's going to be some more resources which are really nearby. So I'll show you in just a second. These are worth grabbing if you want to just build up your crafting materials to do food crafting, basically chef training to level that up really quickly. So it's always worth grabbing if you don't have many characters and you just want to get some extra resources for crafting itself. So the other set of resources are just up here, not too far away at all. There they are. I'm surrounded by minotaurs, but if you're careful, if you're quick, you can just grab them and then keep moving. No problems at all. So these guys don't really give you too much issues whatsoever. You just collect them, and you can sometimes get more than one go at it. So that's cool. no problems with that at all. I mean, more resources for you guys. I mean, why not? So just make sure you have an item booster on and a glyph of bounty on your tool. And sometimes you'll get two strikes at these instead of just the one. As you can see, the resources I'm getting from these are building up quite fast indeed. And I would highly recommend anyone that hasn't gone through the Icebrood saga to go through it and get to this map, because you can just basically park your characters at that first location and just mine away at those resources if you don't have a lot of time, if you want to get through everything really fast, and you don't want to be bothered having to mess around with everything too much. I believe there's also a chest up, yeah, there it is, it's right above me, which you can grab as well. Okay guys, so here we are back at the top again. There's a char chest right here, and there's some other chests spread throughout the map, so you just have to look around, and you'll find them everywhere, all over the place. It just depends on where you are and where they've been placed. But they are around, and if you can find them, then go for it, grab them, because why not get extra resources. Okay guys, I'm going to move on to the next map now. Okay guys, here we are on the next map. This of course is a very old map, but this is to me a very new thing to grab because of the introduction of seeds, which has made this map a viable place to farm now. So to me this is what I consider a new hotspot as well. It's the Kessick Sales map, and we are at the top left hand corner on the Fort Solma waypoint. So essentially what we're looking for is a couple things on this map, which I'm going to show you in just a second. You can grab the silver if you want, but of course it's not worth very much, so I don't usually bother with that. It's the herb sprouts. Essentially this gives you the Veritable peppercorn seeds, and it is invaluable because it is worth so much on the trading post. We also have toxic seeds on this map. This is another resource which you can grab, which is going to sell for probably about approximately 7 or 8 silver each, and always worth grabbing, because you're going to have multiple nodes of that spread throughout these maps, And if you can find them on one character, and if you have several characters on the map, you can generally go to the same spots and pick them up again. And as you can see, I just picked up another seed location. So just move around the map a little bit, have a look around. I mean, this is for people that basically just want to cruise around a little bit, take a look what they can find, and see if there's anything worth grabbing. Usually you're going to find multiple seed locations throughout the map. And sometimes you get very lucky with them all being closely clumped together. They're usually at the top left-hand corner of the map, and you'll usually find a lot of them around that area indeed. Also, you will find more of the toxic seed locations, and they will be, generally speaking, down the bottom left-hand corner of the map as well. Like this one, for example. Let's just grab that. So as I said, guys, this is just to mix things up. If you want to change up your farming locations, and you want to see what else is out there and worth grabbing, I'd say definitely go for it. So this one was down right on top of the skill point, down the bottom left-hand corner of the map. And I always like to scout the location out first before I go to the map itself, so I know exactly where all the resources are, so that I can then bring all my characters to that spot and just basically farm away, no problems whatsoever. Sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes not so lucky. Just depends. And here we are, guys. We have moved up to this waypoint, which is at the top of the map, Greyhoof Camp waypoint. And up here you'll find even more herb sprouts, as well as more toxic seeds spread throughout the top of the map itself. So basically just hop on your roller beetle or your mount, whatever you got, go along, and find whatever you can find, and then go ahead and mine it. And here's another location, which is just west of the Delanian waypoint. Sometimes you have them spawning up here as well. There you go. There's another one. Okay guys, here we are on the next map. This one, of course, is called Dragonfall. And we are at the waypoint on the top right-hand corner, which is the Pact Command waypoint. Right near this we have one of the vendors, which of course sells the armor skins for the Blossoming Mist Shard Greaves, which of course costs the Mistborn Motes, the Spirit Shards, and of course Ectoplasms. So essentially, guys, I would recommend coming here if you want to get the armor, and of course if you want to do some side farming, which I'll show you the locations of in just a moment. I've tried mining this map all over the map itself, and I've found that the best location to do it is actually along the outer edges of the map, which specifically the top right hand corner and down to the bottom middle of the map itself. I'll show you just exactly why that is. So as you come down here, just keep your eyes open for anything on the map, like a Mistborn Mote, or anything like seaweed or coral, because you can collect those along the way. And if you want to move extra fast so you get to the locations where the resources are, you can always use your roller beetle. So you have mussels, you have corals, you have Mistborn Motes, and of course other resources which pop up at random. So this location is always worth checking right here, because sometimes you have the Mistborn Motes spawning in here itself, and sometimes not. If not, keep moving, and until you come across some along the coastline itself. The Mistborn Motes are quite random. They will spawn in at random locations, but when you do find them, they are worth definitely mining indeed. So on this map we haven't got very lucky, but when you do see a location, it's always worth going in and grabbing it, even if it's inland just a little bit, because it's generally speaking going to be a very safe location. You're not going to have too many issues with any enemies, and if you do, you just move on. No problems at all. And along the way, as I said, you can pick up coral, you can pick up seaweed, mussels, which give you freshwater pearls in return. So let's keep moving. So as I said, guys, head all the way down to the bottom middle of the map, and that's usually the best spots you're going to find for locations for anything worth gathering of value. So as you can see on the mini-map down here, you're coming across random resources all the time. Just depends on what it is and where it's located. Sometimes you get really lucky on this map and things will spawn in clumped up greatly together, and other times not so much. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Okay, we're back on another familiar map. This one's basically showing you a farming route, but this time it is for the chests and the wood. And this is, of course, Camp Reclamation Waypoint. So we're on the Siren's Landing, and we're starting down the bottom right-hand corner. So basically, guys, you're going to have some wood right next to the location on the waypoint right there. You're going to have some immediately behind the waypoint, down the bottom down here. So there's always cypress trees here, and you can always farm them and get quite a bit of wood indeed. And then you just move on, go straight ahead. Sometimes you'll find more on the left and right, out here. Other times not. And then you just go straight back down here. And then you make a left. And you come down this way until you reach where the gorillas are, which of course there's always wood nearby them. The only problem is that they'll come after you and you try to mine them, so you can either mine this spot or not. And there's also sometimes an ancient wood, which is the Orion sapling. And of course, once you pass by it, you have no problems at all. Nothing's going to attack you here. It's pretty safe, no problems at all. And you also have chests, which are located throughout the map. Some of them are beneath the cliff facings there, and other ones are on top of it. Basically the waterlogged chests, and there's quite a few of them indeed. I'll try to show you as many as I can because they're very easy to collect. It doesn't take any time at all to collect them. You're going to get lots of unidentified gear, both greens and blues, and I think on occasion sometimes a yellow. But for the most part, they're very easy to mine altogether, and you're not really going to be bothered by too much of it at all. And if you want to get all the trees you can, I would recommend a character that can either cloak, or one that can take a lot of damage and just move on. Otherwise, I would just grab the waterlogged chests and whatever trees you can mine without having any issues with whatsoever. And as you guys can see, I'm grabbing quite a few of them indeed. There's quite a few chests spread out throughout this map, as well as a few of the Orion saplings as well. And omniberries, of course. So as we progress, sometimes you'll find stuff beneath the cliff facings here. Orion oysters, and of course the ancient trees, and of course even more chests. There you go, grabbed another one. So basically, guys, the farming route for this is to essentially start at the waypoint down there, go all the way down the bottom, go all the way around there, go all the way across, and then work your way all the way back again. And there you have it. I believe there's one more chest up ahead, which I will show you just quickly, just so you know it's there. And then I'm going to move on to the next map. So it should be right up ahead on the left-hand side, I believe. Yep, there it is. Right there. Got it. There you have it. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next map now. Okay, guys, we're on the final map now. This one is, of course, the domain of Korna. This time I'm going to be showing you something else. We're at the Allied Encampment Waypoint. And in order to grab what we need, basically you have to have a look at your mini-map down the bottom right-hand corner. And what you're going to be looking for are supply caches. I believe they're called, yep, there's one. Kornan supply crates, or caches should I say. So as you grab these, it's going to essentially be a treasure hunt. These are spread throughout the map. You'll find them all over the place. It just depends on where you guys want to go, but I would recommend working your way from the bottom left all the way to the top left, to the top right, and then down to the bottom right hand corner. You're going to find them spread throughout the entire map. Just keep your eyes open for them, and just grab them as you go. These add up very quickly, indeed. You guys are going to get a lot of the unidentified equipments very fast, and it's always worth going for if you don't have many characters at all, because they add up very, very quickly indeed. You're also going to find some other resources spread throughout the map, like maybe some mussels and some wood, but overall you can just focus on catching the Kornan supply caches. They're mostly going to be probably in the middle of the map itself. You're not going to find too many of them on the outer edges, but when you do find them, they add up extremely quickly. And there's another one. So you just have to keep your eyes open for them as you go, and they will add up fast indeed. And there you have it, guys. There's 2 more on my map there, and as I said, they're mostly spread throughout the middle of the map here. So I would definitely recommend going through there and grabbing as many as you can. This is more or less a treasure hunt, and it's just basically to claim the map currency resources as well as some identified equipment. It's not a bad farming route indeed. As I said, start down the bottom left, go up to the top here, collect all the resources for crafting, because there's some nodes here for doing that. And then basically work your way across the top there, and then go to the middle, and you'll find tons of them all over the place. Okay, so now I'm going to finish up the video by showing you the total makeover of Zoja, and then I will show you one comparison of her to the other one. So let's go there now. Okay guys, here we are in the total makeover section for Zoja. So let's get underway. As for the height itself, it's all the way down the bottom, so no problems there. As for the body features, the physique, it'll be all the way to the left and one to the right, top left-hand corner. As for the skin color itself, we went with light brown, and the skin markings, top left-hand corner. And I put cinnamon on that one. As for the head options, I'm going to go all the way to the right, and it will be this hairstyle. So it's basically to the left of this other one, right there, and above that one. And there you have it. As for the face itself, it'll be all the way to the right and down the bottom right hand corner. For the ears, it'll be all the way to the left and bottom middle. And the ear tip shape will be to the left, ear thickness to the right, and ear length to the left. As for the face details, it'll be to the left, middle, to the left, to the right, left, right, middle, middle, and to the right. As for the eye color itself, I went with pale blue. As for the nose, it'll be to the left, 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 and all the way to the left, and then to the right. As for the mouth, it'll be to the left, middle, middle, and middle. As for the chin and jaw, to the left, to the right, to the left, and to the middle. And finally, the head size will be the largest possible. So now let's go and wrap this up, and I will show you one final comparison to the other Zoja. Okay guys, here we are. Here's Zoja taking a bow with the other one. The original is on my right, and my version's on the left. So they're pretty close indeed. Actually pretty spot on, if I do say so myself. The only thing I would need to change is probably the gloves, and the boots, and the color of the blue. But otherwise, pretty spot on overall. Not bad at all. As I said guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. And all of your help and support is very much appreciated. Also, keep in mind I am a writer on Amazon, so please feel free to check out my latest series of books, Unlimited Code 01, which is on Amazon, and we'll put that in the description below. So until next time, I wish you guys a good day, stay safe, and I hope some of this was definitely of use to you guys, because at the end of the day, it's to help you guys out, as well as just as much as to help me and my family. So thank you very much. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you later. Bye.